of Hungary and Poland.
Beth and Afton, thanks so much for joining us. Beth first, how was that for you?
Oh, it was a really good race for us. Yeah, I think for us it's a great building block going into next year's qualification, and just helps us what we need to work on over the winter, really. Yeah.
Afton, it looked like it was such a close race. You were still in it. It's still in with that pack. Is that kind of what was going through your head?
Not really. For me, it's like what we're doing in our boat, and that's all we focus on. Like Beth just said, it's a building block for us, and that's what we focus on, is what we can do as a team.
You say it's a building block. What are your aims then over the next kind of year or so?
Really, we just want to get a solid winter in. Had a little bit of a disrupted one this year, and then next year's qualification for the games. That's the big one for us.
Yeah, aiming for the Olympic Games in Paris, right?
Yeah, of course, definitely. That's the one we want to hit in August. So yeah, that's basically spend this winter, get as consistent as possible, and then build on that. So yeah.
It looks like a really tough field out there. What do you think that you need to work on to get that qualification?
Oh gosh, it's a big one. We really worked on getting out off the start. That's been a big work on for both of us. Continue to work on that, and then it's really just that power through the back end. And yeah, keep building on that one.
Keep building, perfect. Thanks so much.
Thank you.
Thank you very much. Bye.
Right.
As Beth and Afton, they're talking to Betty Glover, and it's an interesting question she asked them, Jack. Like, how can you get better? Like, what are you going to have to do? Because let's be honest, not everybody on the programme can be there full time. They're having to work part time. There's things that are going on. But in your opinion, what are they having to do here?
Yeah, absolutely. I think that these girls have only just been brought together maybe at the start of the summer, so spending more time in the boat together would be a really big one for them. They've also, so Beth's come off of a marathon World Championships as well, or not World Championships, sorry, but a marathon race that she's just done really well at. And then she went straight to the World Championships after that and met with Afton, and then they raced at World Champs. So everyone's just feeling a little bit fatigued, but I think that was probably quite a fair race for them for the amount of time they've been together in the boat.
And in terms of them getting out there at the start and being able to drive through and push through, like I say, it was a high-quality race, wasn't it? And they were up there. They're there.
They were up there, absolutely. So Beth is at the front there, and she's controlling the rate. Afton's at the back, and she's the powerhouse, and she's also controlling the direction of the boat as well. So she's got two jobs. But yeah, they're doing a fantastic job here, really holding it up. And again, it's just towards the end, they just start dropping off a little bit.
Yeah, but then, of course, the Germans super strong in this event. And for Beth and Afton, like they said, it is about pushing forward and being able to drive that through. And their positioning in the boat, like, tell us, if you're at the back, like you've just said, you are the powerhouse. Is that something that is a conscious decision where the person the most powerful is at the back?
My understanding of it is yes,
yeah.
So yeah, usually the person at the back would be the powerhouse, yeah.
And at the front they steer. And for anyone who wasn't with us earlier, you were talking about the J stroke and everybody having to be able to do that stroke and make sure the boat goes in the lane and staying in your lane.
Absolutely. So in my event, the VAR, you would be able to switch, but in this boat, you cannot switch at all. So you have to get really efficient at that J stroke, that directional stability stroke.
I'm looking at this in terms that you can't switch, but you've got some that are on either side as well. So how does that work? Because you've got two that are on the same and two that are on the other side.
Yeah, that's a nation preference, I think. We go opposites. As you can see, the Ukraine's here, the sides go the same side. I'm not 100% sure what the difference would be, but a lot of the nations have gone opposites, haven't they?
And in terms of them now, you can see we're about to see them cross over the line here, but for their winter, what does that now look like for them? You know, they speak about next year, and you've been saying it's a build year.
Yeah.
You know, what does a build year, off the back of a build year, look like?
Yes, it's going to be a lot of volume now, especially with a 500-metre race. It's just going to be lots and lots of mileage in the cold, wintry weather of the UK. So they're going to enjoy that.
And it's not fun, though, is it? But, you know, I say it's not fun. For some people, they absolutely love that. You know, they're out there on the water, they're going for it. But that is the hard graft, isn't it? And I bet it feels a lot nicer when you know you're entering race season and you're feeling as fit as you can be.
You can notice the energy is high. When the sun is out, the energy is high. But to be honest, when it's chucking it to rain or it's hailstones or snow, it's also pretty fun. Like you said, we do enjoy that as well. It's an outdoor sport. You get used to it.
I mean,